Harry, I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Beautiful. Crocodile Tears Willie, Prince William, Kensington Palace, the royal family. Alright. Prince William's emotional mental health video draws backlash over 2017 reunion. Okay. On World Mental Health Day, October 10, 2025, Prince William released a video featuring a tearful conversation with Welsh campaigner Rhian Mannings about suicide prevention, announcing a £1 million investment in the Calm Zone network. Social media users criticized the video after discovering Williams' composed 2017 meeting with Mannings on the same topic, accusing him of staging emotion for public relations. Mannings praised the discussion for raising awareness on men's mental health, while mainstream media focus on the initiative role in addressing suicide as the leading cause of death for men under 50 in the UK. He's trending, backlash trending. I love that for him. He's disgusting. Let's see this one here. Okay, Prince William emotional mental health video draws backlash. Leaks 2011 email shows Prince Andrew. Okay, so that's different. Uganda, so that's different topic here. So the first one here. Squaddies are no joke. They found the clip and that's all it takes. That is true. That is true. That is so true. Squaddies are no joke. They found the clips and that's all it takes. Who are advising him? That PR team sucks. I'm telling you, the squad are something. PR team, William and Kate do what they want because they know the British media will clean up their mess and lies and lies. Then they have that guru guy. Okay, they bring someone American. I believe he's American. I did look at it when it first announced. That guru guy who was directing during the Queen's funeral when they went when they do the appearance to the public, directing them to get the photo up. Okay. So there's someone who's advising them. But the thing is that, and this is why I said, William needs psychological help. And whoever's going to treat him has to be someone outside of the UK, because it seems like almost professionals. They discard all of their professional ethic. Whatever they learn, they discard that whenever the royal family are in their presence. They listen to what the royal family tell them to do. Okay, if you went to school for whatever amount of years, you know the rules, regulation, the standard, the ethic behind all of your studies. If you're going to treat one of the royal family, all of that out of the window, they will listen to what the royal family want them to do. If, for instance, I don't know, let's say something, oh, you're supposed to take sleep whatever amount of days or take this medicine, and the royal family will say, no, this is how I want to take it. I want to sleep 2 hours instead of the 8 hours. I'm just saying, okay? It's just reversing, telling the doctors this is how you're supposed to write my prescription. When in fact, if you know for a fact the studies, or you how do you call this? You analyze your patient, you see what's best for them, you stick to that instead of erase whatever you think is best and then listen to their nonsense and put them writing. So this is what I mean. They need to get professional help outside of the UK. Anyone who's not associated with the institution, the UK, that's where they need to go. All right, so that's that. I know that family hates the Sussex squad and their detective agencies, and and all they had to do was leave Meghan and Harry alone. Exactly. I remember when I first started looking into Harry and Meghan, I stumbled on Tina and Michelle, and I came across their podcast. I started listening. One of the things Tina and Michelle used to say, leave Harry and Meghan alone, specifically Meghan. Leave Meghan alone. And that's exactly that. And I have said, they didn't know Meghan's army. She went to the institution after marrying Harry with 3 million set of eyes, followers on Instagram. At least that's the number that I got from this. Who knows what other social media group that she was in, how many other set of eyes. But on IG alone, 3 million, okay? 3 million set of followers, set of eyes following her to the UK. And you think these people gonna let them fly like this? This is why they're saying squaddies are no joke. Okay, they go inside. And the thing is that many of the squaddies are professionals with their respective fields. They are lawyers, I don't know, different branches, architect, engineers, lawyers, photographers, you name it. They are everywhere and they know things. I remember when Kate did, in my point of view, I believe it was William who took that family photo during the Mother's Day. And then when some of the squaddies started to investigate that picture, okay, I saw it. It probably in one of my videos. If I came across that particular tweet, I must have put it on a video. They started analyzing the picture and said, this look odd, you know, because they are photographers. They know how Photoshop is done. I mean, I use Photoshop, but I'm not that to that technical aspect. I know how to do my thing and done with it. But there's some who use Photoshop for their, you know, for their business. So they analyze it. So when the squad started to call out the picture, and some squaddies who remember an event some of those kids were in, this is the clothes that they wear, this is that, it was all over. And then it was afterward, AP, Associate Press, you know, discredit the image. And then you see the royal rat starting diminish William into, as, you know, he's not the one who took it. And then they blame it on Kate. How could you take up? Well, that stands that whatever. Anyway, so I went too far with that. God, the damn skull was eaten alive by the squad. There's that. Oh wow, Prince William exposed. Fabulous. Prince William PR team hates him. Will, your brother Prince Harry wouldn't do this to you, but you keep choosing those groupies who could care less about you if you were not who you are over your only sibling, because that's what your cool dad has trained you to do. That's exactly right. Okay? Charles is despicable. I think, I'm repeating myself. The moment the kids were done, okay, let's go further back. The moment that the institution denied Charles from marrying Camilla and they forced Princess Diana to him, okay, he was donating his sperm for the institution. Once the kids were born, that was it. He was done with the institution. He got an heir and a spare and he was done. With the way he treated Diana, and it was very cool. So he went in his quest to train William to be who he is, taking him to parties, to cozy up with the tabloid and all of that. And they put nonsense in William's head and he buys it. But they can't get Harry though. And this is why they had to divide. That was me a few minutes ago laughing at the squad comment. But they can't get Harry to do the same thing. So what did they do? They put nonsense in William's head and make him believe that Harry is the enemy. When in fact, Harry was William's back, eyes and his back. All right? So whatever happened. It is what it is. He deserved it. Next tweet, the backlash. This is some of the... I had to show you the other video before I do that. Oh, let me pause it. Time is not such a great healer when William is involved. All right. I'll come back to this. Let's see here. Let me go into that. Pause it. All right. Here's William in 2017 speaking to Rianne about her husband's suicide. Notice not a tear in sight for Willie Macbeth. Fast forward 8 years later, he recycles the same story and suddenly it's full theatrics and dramatics. I hate the way the Wells use people for PR stunts. Alright, this is why the squad is pointing them out.
Take each day as it comes at times. You had really dark days where that's been just...
Yeah, obviously when my son George died, you know, life was just for me over, really. And then when Paul died a few days later, I just really struggled. So yeah, there's been some really dark days, and I've tried a bit of counselling here and there, but I'm very open, so I found my friends were my counsellors, really, and be fair to them, they deserve a medal, because they've just put up with me, you know, and listened to me.
I think being open about it must help as well, doesn't it?
Alright, so there's no crying here, alright? Keep that in mind. When I'm editing it, there will be a screenshot, but when they show when they show William, I'll let you see his movement, okay? To disrupt the video, because YouTube will flag the video, okay? I will show you when he's moving, and so you see his face.
A lot of people really do hunker down about it and don't want to talk about anything. Yeah. But one of the things we're trying to promote through the campaign is just having a conversation with a friend, like you're saying, and it's great to hear that has obviously helped you.
It is, and obviously what happened to my husband as well. You know, Paul was just such a positive person, and for him to hide those feelings of despair. You know, I'm very passionate, as well as helping people who lose children suddenly, is raising awareness on mental health and the effects of shock and trauma on individuals, really. And it's important that there is communication and an openness about mental health.
Because the statistics on men not talking about this is unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, most men do not talk about their mental health issues at all, let alone any other problems. No. But mental health problems is like really deep down there. We don't talk about that.
You know, I worry about my son, obviously. You know, he was only 3 when his dad died and his brother died. You know, so I worry about him growing up as well in a society. So I want to lift the mental health thing, you know, for my children really as well as they grow older.
Okay. So he doesn't show any emotion. And the worst thing as I'm listening to this here, that was what? When did they say here? 8 years ago, 2017. Alright. Listening to him talking to this lady here about mental health and suicide and all of that, and he put those unnecessary burden to his brother. This is why the squad will never forgive him. He'll never forgive him, no matter what he does. It was uncalled for. No, okay, so now we're gonna go to the most recent here. Is that the same lady, I guess? And all of a sudden, the same story, but all of a sudden he's crying? Let's listen.
Have been okay. And I think that's what the hardest thing is. We would have been okay. Have been okay. And I think that's what the hardest thing is. We would have been okay.
Oh my God, what an actor. It's laughable. And look at what the Daily Mail did to the lady. Took her pain to give William the Diana identity, never mentioned that Willie heard the lady's story before, then did a 10-page dissertation. Then did a 10-page dissertation on the royal family being emotional to paint a just like us moment. I will be sick to my stomach. I'm telling you, all they had to do was leave Meghan alone. And so the squad went after it. In a deeply moving conversation to mark World Mental Health Day, the Prince of Wales' voice broke and he squeezes his eyes shut as Rhiannon Mannings told him how she desperately wishes her late husband, Paul, had spoken to her about how he was feeling. Quote, I think that's what the hardest thing is. We will have been okay, she said. But William's dismissal of the royal stoicism is not a unique phenomenon. Rather, it holds an incredible likeness with his late mother's compassion and has also been embraced by several other royals during their most vulnerable moment. Like I used to say before, when they're doing the headline, they just pick something from a file cabinet and they just throw it out there and they forget about it. They don't care. They forget about it, but the squad don't forget. Oh, William and tears. Prince William's tears of compassion for widow resemble Princess Diana's unshamed empathy. This is sad. This is sad. Not sad that, forget about the woman's story. Him using the woman's story to create this nonsense. Like we will be saying, they are performers. They are actors. I'm telling you, all they had to... She knows he's such a fraud. Look at that picture. I didn't even see that part. Okay, let me not waste my time laughing at this. Okay, it's truly disgusting the way KP hijacked people's grief and turns it into me propaganda. That was something. That lady, Harry was suing the papers where they used her son, from the papers. What's her name? If I have a picture of her, I'll put it. It's almost the same thing. The UK is just performative. Oh my God. They're using real life people's grief, and they cater it and manufacture it to create a narrative. It's sad. Shacking on the article's length, there's the open eye here. I mean, they highlight all the members of the royal family, crime moments, what the F. And I bet they won't even give the woman one dime from the money they made of the article. And then to impute Diana's compassion on the same people who hate her. That's that again. She was asking him if he was okay, as if he was the victim. Oh my God. I'm laughing for two things. This is a story he already know, and then the woman is asking him if he's okay, as if he's the victim. Oh my, I feel sorry for the woman. She was asking him if he was okay, as if he was the victim here. So cringe, him turning it into me. His action toward his brother and sister-in-law speak louder than his words ever could. If he meant any of the word coming out of his mouth, he never would have gone after Harry and Meghan the way he did, and continues to do. His insecurity over his ineptitude has fueled his hypocrisy. That's why I have no time for anything either he or his wife had to say about mental health. They are charlatan. Yeah. What was the thing I was thinking? Oh shit, I thought about it, I forgot. Alright, let's read one more. Hopefully I think about it. That sociopath hasn't understood a thing about mental health. Incandescent with rage is showing each day passing that his little brother was the head behind every project from the Royal Foundation. Willie Boy, then his cancer wife, just put their name next to it. Yeah, there's one video I came across, a TikTok video. This Brit was talking about, which makes sense, and I never thought about it until she raised it in that video. She knows of people who have had cancer and they are cured. She didn't say it that way, but that's the sense I got from it. Where after going through that health battle, you know, they have a new perspective in life. So for Kate, if she had had cancer and she's worrying about Meghan, you know, copying Meghan, coming out when Meghan and Harry was gonna receive the award, and all of a sudden trying to overshadow, this will be minuscule. But it seems like she never had any reflection about the cancer. She's gonna be like the kid who cried wolf, and when things do happen, nobody's gonna pay them attention. All right. If that's the case, I do sympathize. I don't wish suffering on anyone, but do pray that God helps them to choose to do right. He has shown absolutely no interest in making amends, and not 1 ounce of guilt for all of the harm he's inflicted. My sympathy is therefore limited. Okay? Here's what I've learned. It takes two to have an argument. It takes two to create friction. Both people have to accept responsibility for their portion of the situation and apologize and be respectful and sincere. Then lay it down. No grudge. Does that sound like H? What about William? All right. Harry have said that he would love to repair his relationship, but that there can be no reconciliation without truth. He's also said in an interview that he knows he wasn't perfect either. The UK media said that the onslaught of negative stories about Meghan came from KP. It's on Willie. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. OMG, sis, you are incredible. Being looked for this clip, glad you found it. It's utter shameful how he recycle and exploit this woman's grief and put on his fake reaction for the headlines. He does this all the time. It's despicable. I feel vindicated now. To give it more context, to my earlier reply to this person here, Zendi Sussex post with the 2 video clips of Willie and that woman trying to pull the wool over the public eyes. Alright, follow up the early end case. It was missed in the comment to why I feel vindicated now. Sussex Squad supporters are the best. Don't listen to the manufactured nonsense about us. When they try to discredit us, this is why they get angry and mad at us, because we always get to the bottom of the thing. I forgot to say, I think I remember something about her from back about. Okay, so this is where they started raising the thing here, the assembly. They could have picked somebody else, but hey, They don't like to do hard work, so they just go back to the same story. I feel exactly the same way about him. Using a poor woman's heartbreaking life story to fake tears for a camera. He's disgusting. Yeah, that being said, she seems like an intelligent person who is aware of what is happening in front of them now, especially after what she went through. She was a willing participant in the staged siege of him. For the public, she is obvious a royalist through and through. That's a good point as well. I agree with you. Maybe the first time she probably was genuine, but the second time she's like, F it, they've been dead for a while, so who give a F? I don't know. I'm sorry I said that, but if you participate, that's probably the mindset of her. I agree with you on the most part, but like I said, I think I remember something about what she went through back then. I might be wrong. If I am, I will apologize big time. But there is something familiar about her and what she went through. Time will tell. Now that article has come to light. Oh my God, I forgot to say, I think I remember something about her from back then. Okay, some of them are repeating. I think she was on one of the UK morning or daytime TV talk show, talk about what happened in her family. Also, if I'm not mistaken, a royal person name who mentioned. Alright, so there's that here. So they find the video. Yes, you called it great memory. There's that. Okay, so there's the squad here. I'm so glad you have this. They pull it off the site or for some reason wasn't able to access the squad pull it. Oh, now I remember. The squad are everywhere and it's calling them out. So this is why they don't like the squad. And this, I hate to say, this is not for everyone. All right, this is why some squaddies still follow the leftovers, the behinders. All right. So they could keep up with their lies and shed light to their BS. This is why some of the squad follow them. I'm not the type. I don't have time for this. I just black them. But there are some squaddies who enjoy doing that. They make it their pastime. They could be lawyers. I'm sorry I'm saying that. They could be lawyers during their free time or lunchtime. They go and shed light to the BS the UK is putting out there. OMG, her scheme and manipulative. Alright, follow up the early. Oh my God, I wanted to stop. Follow up early in case it was missed in the comment to why I feel vindicated. Okay, so it's part of the thing that I was reading earlier. Okay, so there's more comment here. The squad are just laughing. Let's move on. I need to start editing. This one is a very good one. He deserved an Oscar. I said the same thing to another person. Absolutely shameless. William is shameless and shameful. The worst is son. A thing you cannot wish on your enemy. There's that. Exactly. Willie is a psychopath and extremely dangerous. Okay. These things, his father's time could get away with it. But with social media, he can't get away with it. He can't play the same game as his father the same way. The rules have changed, even though they buy bats. But the squad, there's some squaddies who enjoy. But look at me, for instance. I'm getting up right now. It's 5:06 a.m. Getting up early in the morning to create videos to let other squaddies who's not on Twitter what's happening. There are squaddies who enjoy bashing the leftovers. But the others, they're spending money to get bats. They're not as genuine as the squaddies are. But anyway, I have one more left after this, and it's a prayer from the squad. Alexis Ohanian hand-led Stephen A. Smith like a pro. I've heard about it, but I didn't know what was the issue. Alexis is Serena's husband. Okay, yeah, that tennis player, retired tennis player. That you haven't been married before, right? Line was smooth, calm, and lethal. Serena Williams got a man who defends her with class and precision. My nose is still stuffed. Alexis Ohanian just ended Stephen A. Smith with one line about Serena Williams. Okay, I need to look more into it. But maybe this will sum it up for me. Let's listen. I may not go in the comments. Alright, there's the squad. Maybe I do. I see some pictures. Let's listen.
Stephen A. Smith made the mistake of criticizing...
Oops.
Serena Williams' marriage to Alexis Ohanian. And Alexis handled it perfectly. It started when Serena made a cameo appearance at the Super Bowl halftime show and did a quick crip walk during Kendrick Lamar's set. Stephen A. Smith used that moment to say Serena was trolling her ex, and that if she wanted to do that, she should go back to him.
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for and you with me?
I came across a video after the Super Bowl. They were showing backstage the practice and all of that. It was well choreographed. And how do you know what somebody's thinking? Okay? But anyway, let's continue. And then, whatever. My videos are pretty much my opinion about things, but that doesn't mean I'm right. I usually say in my humble opinion. But this one, how do you know this is what Serena was doing? From my understanding, that crip dance that Serena did, from my understanding, it was revealed later that in one of her tennis match, she won, I don't know if it was a championship or just her match. She did that dance, and then the tennis association punished her for it. Let me go look it up. I'll come back to this. Okay, so this is what I wrote on ChatGPT. Did tennis association punish Serena Williams after doing the crip dance? There is no evidence that Serena Williams officially was punished by a tennis association for doing the crip dance. Maybe I should say, okay, I'll do another question without putting tennis association. Okay, Serena made the dance after winning the gold medal at the 2012 Olympic held at Wimbledon and drew criticism. Maybe that's where it was. She's joked more recently in 2025 that, quote, "Man, I did not crip walk like that at Wimbledon, or I would have been fine." Okay, so there it is here. So she said she would have been fine. But there is no reliable source confirming that she was actually fined or disciplined by the tennis governing body for doing that move. Critics spoke out, media criticized, but no formal sanction has been documented. Okay, so that's the answer. I don't need to ask the question. And this is the dance here during the Super Bowl. All right? There's that here. She was doing this. Maybe this. Okay, this is where she was doing that in her after she won the match. Okay? So there's a 2012 Olympic Super Bowl. There she is doing her thing. Damn, look at her calf, her muscle, her leg muscle. Really good. Okay, so that's that. Now back to Twitter, JTB. I'm moving it back slightly.
Trolling her ex. Go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for you with me?
It was a weird, unnecessary jab that had nothing to do with the performance. Fast forward to this week. Alexis Ohanian appeared on First Take and confronted Stephen A. Smith directly. He said,
Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me.
Oh. Right? Well, you know what? Listen, I did it. People, headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time, but I think
I was hoping you were going to be here.
No, I am not qualified. Married? No, not me. Well, listen, I ain't qualified, my brother. I'm not qualified.
I was going to ask you, because you hadn't been married before, right?
I am married.
No, see that. Okay. Yeah, because I give advice to plenty of founders who want to build billion-dollar companies. And the reason I do that is because I built billion-dollar companies.
Yeah.
So I generally try to stay in my lane.
Then we'll talk about our advice like 13 years strong. We got you.
Well, that was a mic drop moment. Alexis didn't raise his voice, didn't get defensive. He just reminded Stephen A. Smith that if you've never been married, maybe sit the conversation out. It was calm, classy, and direct. And what makes this moment even better is how it highlighted the difference between criticism and intrusion. Stephen A. Smith turned a lighthearted Super Bowl moment into unsolicited relationship commentary, while Alexis stayed focused on respect and boundaries. At the end of the day, that's what real partnership looks like. Protecting your spouse without turning it into a spectacle. Alexis Ohanian defended his wife with grace, and he did it without breaking a sweat.
I agree. Oh my God, there's gonna be another baby. So we no better pay him very well in the wifey kind of way, if you know what I mean. That was perfection. Who cares? Well, you don't have to care, but for him to defend his wife in the same atmosphere, the same stage that this guy was trying to put his wife down, okay? So I agree with JTB. I was hearing noise about it, so I don't need to go look because he pretty much explained everything and what was said back and forth. So, okay, now I got it. The other thing I want to look into, what is it? There's some noise I'm hearing about. What's that singer? What's her name? She just got engaged with that football guy. What's her name? I can't think. Just look at this screen. I can't think of her name right now. Alright, next tweet, and this is my last one, and it's a prayer from the squad. It seems like this recording is gonna have 3 parts. Some parts gonna be on PYTE, some parts gonna be on Team Sussex. Yeah, on Team Sussex. Alright, so this is the prayer. But I will try to title it the same way. That way, when you go to the other channel, you will know it's from that, and I'll find a way to find a middle ground for the title, so it will be the same on Team Sussex and the same on PYTE, even though the discussion will not be the same. Alright, prayer for has Meg, Archie, and Lily. Lord, we ask for your protection over Harry, Meghan, Archie, Little Bit Diana, and Miss Doria and supporters this week. Keep Harry, Meghan, Archie, Little Bit Diana safe from harm and danger. Cover them with your love and protect their well-being. Be their shield and refuge. Thank you for watching over them day and night. In Jesus' name, amen. So she used that image. Come on. That's nice. Okay, Psalm 121. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He will watches over you, will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Psalmquotes.com. Alright, so that is it. So please take a moment. Okay, so everything is saying amen. Let me pause for a second. My notification just popped. Let me see if it's something I need to share with you. Okay, so please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. So there's both channels. I hope you guys subscribe to both Team Sussex and PYTE. Alright, this one have 4,809 subscribers. That's Team Sussex, and PYTE have 4,206 subscribers. So some of you are not subscribing to both. Alright, on this channel, PYTE, I try to put the positive, light-hearted type of tweets there and conversations. Unless if it's demonetized, because YouTube have demonetized it before. Okay, so the lighthearted, happy kind of tweets for as ever kind of tweet, Meghan and New York, this is where I put it. Now on this channel, this is where I put let's say lawsuit, the derangers, this type of thing. Unless if it's demonetized, then I'll put everything on the channel that is monetized. Okay, so please subscribe to both. I'm the creator editor for this channel, both channels. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back. for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better